And hello guys, Doodles here, and today I'm going to give you my second update on my Roman city. And we have gotten quite a bit of work done, not as much as I was hoping to get done until today, but still quite a bit. And we can start out over here, where I have built the Pantheon. And the Pantheon, if you do not know, was the Roman temple for all gods. Yeah, and I actually had to build this 2 times because the first time it got too big, and I think it looks much nicer this time. It doesn't look as domed on the inside as it did last time, but it still looks pretty nice, and with the shaders you can actually see the light coming down over here, and it goes through the middle and up on the other side. The statues here are supposed to represent gods. This is supposed to represent Mars. It's a sword, since he was the god of war. Now, he usually used a spear in statues, but in Minecraft that was a bit hard to replicate, so I went for sword. This is Jupiter's lightning, and many of you will think of Zeus when you hear lightning, but basically the Roman and the Greek gods were the same thing, so just with different names. So Jupiter was the Roman equivalent of Zeus, and here we have Neptune, which of course is the Roman opposite of Poseidon, and this is supposed to be his trident. And the other statues here are supposed to look like some smaller gods. I don't really know what god that would be. If we go down here, we can see what Borajax has been working on, and it is some very nice catacombs. I just love the feel in them. They look a little bit too bright when you use their shaders, and it's very easy to get lost here, so I won't show you much around, but they look very nice. And he's going to continue them until the city is done, I believe, so they will be very large when they are completed. Now, if we continue over here, he has also made a library. First I made a small library, but it was a little bit too small, so he made a larger one, and I think it looks so nice. The sides are a little bit boring. I'm not really sure what we could do to fix it though, so we'll leave it at that. The interior isn't done yet, but I can show you the first floor, which is the one we have done as of now. We have gone for a kind of a maze feel in here. I'm not really sure if that's what they would have had back then, but yeah, I think it feels right, and we went for that. Borajax has also made a triumphal arch, and what that is a huge arch which the Romans constructed after winning a huge battle or something similar, just to have a monument over their victory and how great they were. I think it looks very nice, maybe a little bit too low, could possibly have been a little bit higher, but very nice indeed. You can see I have finished the aqueduct. It took quite a long time actually, even though I used the copy and paste command, seeing as I had to like move 1 block up in the middle of as you can see here, in the middle of the shape here. Yeah, it took quite a long time to get it right. It still needs some work, as you can see, since it has a very sharp change. Here Borajax has made a tailor house. I think it looks very nice. Maybe a little bit boring interior. I think we'll fix a little bit on that later. Some cows here, which later will be murdered to make leather, and then dyed to yeah, made into armor. This is the leather, I think, stretched over a stick after being dyed. Maybe it's not a stick as much as like a, I'm not really sure what to call it, fence, we'll just call it that. Over here you can see the water reservoir for this city, and the reason there are 3 valves here is because the Romans had the 3 pipes going out of the water reservoir, and the reason for that was that during a water shortage they could cut out the least important ones. So as you can see, we have one here, and one here, and one of them would go to like the rich people's houses, one to the poorer people's, I think, and one to the fountains and such. And on the Wikipedia it said that the fountains would be the last one to shut off. I'm not really sure how accurate that is. I would imagine it would be the opposite, but yeah. Over here I have made a small blacksmith. Well, it's actually not that small. It's been heavily inspired by Borajax's blacksmith, which is, well, I'll show you that later. But I think it looks pretty nice. It still needs work since it's not done yet. It doesn't have an interior and no like ground here. It has a bellows there though, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Yeah. You've seen this already. If we go over here, you will see the Neptune's temple. It's a very simple temple, but I think it does the job. I have actually added like a small fountain with the symbols I had in the Pantheon in all of the temples. So yeah. Soltfire has also made a bunch of houses here just to fill up the space, and I think it looks pretty nice. This is a shop he made. I don't think he's made an interior yet, no, but it looks pretty nice. Here I have made a Roman bathhouse, and this was a very important building back then because the Romans were very concerned about their hygiene, and they therefore took baths often. But seeing as this was around year 100, I think, they didn't have the technology to make showers in all the houses, so they made a public bath instead. I'm not too happy about the interior in this building. This changing rooms and some smaller baths and an ugly ass fountain. But I think the exterior of the building looks very nice. It needs some more work under the roof here though, but that will come later. Over here we made a small river and a small pond, and yeah, just to sit here, and it looks very nice. It was Borajax's idea as well, and he also made this small pavilion, I think it's called, and it just looks so nice. It is in the same style, well, basically the same style as the temples, and it looks very nice. We also extended the market a little bit over here, and here is the blacksmith Borajax made I was talking about. You can see it looks very nice, and you can see that I actually got inspired by it. He has done some interior on the first floor, I think, yeah. Looks very nice, but not on the second floor yet, I think. But yeah, I guess that was it. If you like the city and want to get notified when I upload a new update, just press the subscribe button. And just generally, if you like the city, just like the video as well. Dislike it if you don't like it. Yeah, I guess that's it. I'll see you guys later. Peace.